I want to start today with a little bit of mythology. You know the story of Neza?
The deity born from a lotus, right?
Exactly. Well, imagine you're scrolling your feed. This is January 2026, and you see a headline saying that myth has basically become medical reality.
It's an incredible story, and it's gone completely viral.
So what's the actual claim?
The claim is that a team at Wuhan Polytechnic University has achieved get this, a 95% success rate in animal trials using lotus roots.
The actual vegetable you eat.
The actual vegetable, to fix fractures. And they're saying this news has exploded in the international medical community.
Okay, see, exploded is the word that always makes me a little skeptical. Usually if something really blows up in medicine, you hear about it everywhere.
Right.
So to figure out if this is, a Nobel Prize in the making or just a myth, we're doing a deep dive into an analysis by Professor Lin. He audited the actual science behind it.
And that audit started with a really simple premise. If the international community is buzzing, well, where's the buzz?
So he just looked for it.
He ran a standard Google search in English for this massive breakthrough.
Yeah.
Crickets, absolute silence. There was no coverage in The Lancet, nothing in Nature, not a peep in any global medical news outlet.
So that explosion.
It just didn't happen. Not outside the viral videos, anyway.
Okay, so if the global scientific community isn't talking about it, who is? It sounds like a bit of an echo chamber.
It is. The story seems to lean on two main sources. One is an article from the People's Daily back in April 2025.
Okay.
And the other, and this is the really tricky part, appeared to be from the MIT Technology Review.
Oh, wow. That's a heavy hitter. If MIT is covering it, that lends it a ton of credibility.
And that's exactly what they want you to think. But Professor Lin spotted it right away. The website hosting that article, it was a pirate site.
A fake.
A total fake. A typo-squatted domain, designed to look just like the real thing. The actual MIT Technology Review never published a word about it.
That is wild. So they faked a prestigious source just to validate the story. That definitely moves this from, misunderstanding to outright fabrication.
It really does.
But let's play devil's advocate. Even if the PR is fake, could the science be real somewhere? Did Professor Lin find the actual research papers from this Wuhan team?
He went straight to the source of truth for this stuff, PubMed. The academic database. He searched for everything he could. Lotus, bone fracture.
And did he find anything?
He did, yeah. 6 papers.
Okay, so there is a kernel of truth in there somewhere.
A kernel, yes. But this is where we have to unpack a concept called biomimetics to really understand how the story got so twisted.
All right, so for those of us without a biomedical PhD, break that down.
Biomimetics is basically when engineers look at nature for design ideas. It's like a blueprint. A lotus root has this amazing internal structure, these parallel channels. It's very porous.
Right, I've seen that when I've cut one up.
Exactly. So scientists love that shape because it's great for allowing blood and nutrients to flow through something. So most of the papers Lin found were using the lotus root as inspiration for 3D printing synthetic bone scaffold.
Ah, I see. So they're copying the architecture of the root. They're not actually jamming a piece of vegetable into a broken bone.
Precisely. It's the difference between building a house that looks like a cave and, actually living in a cave. The viral videos completely confuse bio-inspired design with using the raw material.
Okay, that makes sense. But out of those 6 papers, did any of them actually use the plant itself?
So Professor Lin went through them one by one. There was a 2020 paper that used lotus leaves, but for cell cultures, not for bones.
Not the same thing.
Not at all. Then a 2025 paper used lotus stalks.
Stalks aren't roots. We're running out of papers here.
We are. There was exactly one paper from 2022 that did try using a scaffold made from the natural lotus root. But, and this is so critical, the authors themselves admitted the methodology had, and I quote, room for improvement.
So not a 95% success story.
Not even close. And here's the real nail in the coffin. Was that paper written by the Wuhan Polytechnic team?
Let me guess.
Not a chance. It wasn't them. The specific claim that a Wuhan team got 95% repair using lotus roots has 0 published papers supporting it.
So it's a classic case of scientific distortion. You take a real interesting concept, biomimetics, and you just inflate it into this miracle cure.
That's it, exactly. And that's the big takeaway here, for critical thinking. You have to distinguish between the inspiration and the ingredient. Just because a news report cites a university doesn't mean the data actually exists to back up the headline.
It really just highlights why you always have to check the receipts. Professor Lin's analysis just proves that if you can't find the primary paper, you probably shouldn't believe the hype.
Absolutely. In this age of viral science, show me the data is the most important question you can ask.
A healthy dose of skepticism is definitely the best medicine. Thanks for that reality check.
Yeah.
And to our listeners, keep digging for the truth. We'll see you in the next deep dive.